This week, it's all about performance, retros, and customs. Well, and Shaq. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and this is the weekly sneaker review.
My kick's on fire.
Starting things off today is this black and charcoal version of the Air Jordan 8.0. Built for today's basketball market, the model features a synthetic upper as well as synthetic straps and flywire integration into the upper. Built more for the performance market than the retro market, this new Air Jordan 8.0 should start showing up on courts in the near future if you haven't already seen this version of the sneaker already. Look for the black and charcoal colorway to release on December 10th. I know a lot of you don't like it when I talk about custom sneakers on the weekly review. However, this Air Jordan 6 True Blue custom by El Capi was too nice to let it slide. The elephant print is there, the True Blue is there, and the mostly white upper is there. However, it is the small details like the varsity red lace eyelets at the bottom that truly make this a special pair of custom kicks. For those of you out there that want to get your own pair of customs, not these, but your own pair of customs, make sure you hit up El Capi, and I'm sure he will be happy to help you out. I'll put his Twitter information down in the description where you can hit him up personally. Shaq is really living up to his gentle giant moniker as he announced last week that he'll be returning to the footwear market in 2012. Now, instead of focusing on the high-end market, Shaq instead is going to make affordable and stylish sneakers in the $20 to $40 range for both kids and adults. So shout out to Shaq for thinking about those who can't afford to pay over $100 every time they want a pair of nice looking sneakers. You can look for Shaq's line to relaunch in spring of 2012. The Air Jordan 14, well, the black and varsity red version anyway, is popular because it was the shoe Jordan wore when he won his last championship. Well, last week, a new colorway of the shoe, white and varsity red, popped up on the web and is proving to be just as popular as the last shots. The model features a mostly white leather upper with varsity red accents and black all over the branding. Currently, there is no release date. However, we are expecting these to release sometime in 2012. This week, we were heavy with the Jordan brand info, which only makes sense as This week, the weekly review was heavy with Jordan brand info, so it is of no surprise that the number one post from last week is the Air Jordan 10 Chicago. Now, we've seen the Air Jordan 10 Chicago a few times before, but this shots give us some greater detail of the white leather and the black and varsity red accents. Now, the model was set to release in January of 2012 and will be priced at $150. Let's move on to the question of the video. Welcome to the question of the video, and last week the question was, what is the best performance basketball sneaker that released this year? As always, you guys stepped up to the plate and brought a lot of definitely dope answers, or comments, I guess I should say, lots of dope comments. So I just want to read a couple of those comments, and the first one is from the website, and it is from it is from K Inked for Days. And K Inked for Days says, performance-wise, Kobe 6s or the Addy Zero Rose. Kobe did a lot well, but the roses are more versatile and lighter. Well, K Inked for Days, I think there are a couple of people that will disagree with you, but we'll get to that a little bit later. The next one is from JMT. And JMT says, Adidas Crazy Lights. They are so light and have amazing traction for the court. I agree. It's definitely nice to have some light shoes when you're playing basketball. You don't want to be held down, especially if you're a guard and you move around a lot and you got a lot of footwork going on. The next two are from YouTube, and this one is from DLS Baseball 33. Gotta be the Nike KD3. When I play in them, I feel like I'm locked in well without all the extra bulk of a high top. It is lightweight, comfortable, and only priced at $88. So shout out to DLS Baseball. Definitely good points there. Gotta have that locked down, and you definitely don't want the bulk. And priced at $88 is pretty hard to beat. And the next one, the final one, is from Mr. Benitez 85. I love the 2011 Hyperdunks. They have great lockdown, lightweight, and great on-court grip. I'm a big fellow, so I need as much lockdown as possible in the paint, just in case my ankles roll. Overall, the performance from the Hyperdunk great, and it's a decent price. Again, a shout out to the prices right there. Show you guys that you guys are starting to think about the price of these sneakers as well as the performance, that it's not always about the performance. Kind of balance that with the price of the sneakers. So lots of great comments like I was saying earlier. So what I did is I went through and I looked through all the comments and I started tallying all the comments, and the number 1 shoe was the Kobe 6. The number 2 was a tie between the LeBron 8 and the LeBron 9. Well, that kind of a tie between the LeBron 8 and the LeBron 9. You know, there were so many different versions of the LeBron 8. People were talking about different versions of the LeBron 8. Now, the third shoe was the 2011 Hyperdunk. So definitely a big shoe in terms of performance. So you guys are definitely on that. And coming in at number 4 was the Derrick Rose Adizero Rose 2. So the top 4: Kobe, LeBron, Hyperdunk, and the Adizero Rose 2 for performance sneakers. So for this week's question of the video, it's just one shoe, and I want to know what was the top shoe that was released this year. Performance, style, anything otherwise, just one shoe. What was the best shoe that was released this year? And that question is courtesy of Nook5867. What was the best sneaker released this year? Oh, and he also wants to know what will be the next best sneaker you think will be released next year. We only have a few that will be released next year, but let's just speculate and think what would be the best shoe that will be released next year, this year and next year. Leave all that information down in the comments. As always, I am your host, Jacques Slade. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe up there. If Twitter and Facebook is your thing, there's some links down in the description. If you missed last week's video, then you can see it right there. Again, I am your host, Jacques Slade. This is the weekly sneaker review, and I will see you next week. Peace. One is a bit of a tie because the Air Jordan 3 has been holding things down for the last couple of weeks. Over Thanksgiving weekends, fans got a chance to get their hands on the black and cement version of the 3. However, coming this weekend, just one weekend later, fans will get a chance to get their hands on the black